All right, well, welcome back, everybody, to the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast. This is episode 98.
That's
98. That's
too
crazy,
many.
that, isn't it? That's two players away from just quitting this whole goddamn thing, to 2 episodes away from just calling it. That's
Thank
it.
you. Thank you for having
I haven't
me.
introduced you yet, so please don't step on my marks.
No, it's okay. I think I can. I think I don't need any introduction, ladies and gentlemen.
You know that voice, you hate that face. Give it up for the tallest man in show business. To my left, Sam Cribb, everybody.
Thank you so much for having me, Kyle. It's great to be here on my favorite podcast. I've listened to all 98 episodes.
Well, let's name it again. Just name it one time.
It's the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast.
Yes.
And it's a podcast about you
Yeah.
wanting to meet LeBron James.
Nice. I don't know if you're stalling for time or you're just trying to push this as far as we can. And we've got 2 other not okay. We'll produce it. He's full-time producer on this podcast. He's got a little side. He's a hobby or whatever on this show. The Colin live at the Wreckabout Lounge or whatever the fuck it's called or something. I always say it's the longest title. Do you ever say it?
Colin live, Emsworth at the Wreckabout Lounge.
Junior the
Wreckabout
second,
Lounge.
live in the venue part, just past the toilets.
Tonight, come on in, have a drink, have a good time. Come and see the show
live. But if you're not there, you can rewatch it though, can't you?
Yeah, it's not always live.
Yeah, that's
it's also
true.
Pre-recorded.
Because I honestly thought it was like you and Colin, because you're the co-host, aren't you?
Yes.
You tall and order. Great segment, by the way.
Thank you very much.
And very
Tony
fitting.
and Josh also have a lot to do in helping make that segment, probably more so than Colin and myself.
I'm not even up to their intros yet.
What? You gotta keep up, man. How am I better at your podcast than you are?
Yo,
ladies and gentlemen, we got Josh Mills over there,
Because
and we got
I'm
Tony now.
That's
Hello.
the shittiest. You gotta big them up and stuff. What about that's half this podcast is shout outs.
I don't want their egos getting too big.
The bets I've lost, and then we get down to. Anyway, that's Sam Cribb again. So he'll be taking over this podcast. Come 100 episode, you do the next 100. That's only fair.
And Sam gets it in like 3.
Yeah, and then
Fuck off.
and then it could be like I'm not really phased about meeting LeBron James podcast.
Well,
and then I get the opportunity to meet him. I'm like, I don't want to go.
You are both tall, aren't you? So is
Yeah.
is that what you can see each other over a crowd, maybe, or something like that?
Yeah.
There's got to be something. Is there a group chat or something like that on meetings? Tall people have. Talk shit about midgets, no.
I'll probably just go to the NBA tryouts.
Go to
And
the
then,
NBA,
because I'm
just
so
rock on.
tall, I'll for
Yeah.
sure get in.
Definitely.
And then I'll
They'll be like, you're Kelly Olynyk.
probably be the MVP on whatever team. What's the worst team?
Right now. I don't even know right now. Probably the Knicks is shit right now.
Yeah, I'd fucking smash the Knicks.
Yeah.
I go on, I'd be the MVP.
The Cavs were shit, but they've came good.
I don't know who
I don't even know. Is Josh on the stats here? We got a sound and stat man.
Give us 2
This
secs.
could be good.
I'll find out.
So yeah, we got Josh over here. Everybody, how you doing, lad? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to. Was it worse than NBA?
Well, you just type in NBA and then you got a standings.
Oh yeah.
First day on the job, everybody. Come on, some slack.
Do you want to know the worst NBA
Don't stop
players?
it,
Though?
though.
Oh, no.
Who's the worst player of all time? Do you know that off the top of your head?
Semi.
Who's the worst player of all time? Is that a known statistic?
Probably like Drago Milicic or something. He was number 1 pick. Number 2nd pick after LeBron, and he was trash.
Really?
Yeah. So like above
Poor
Carmelo
guy.
Anthony, Dwayne Wade. Household names.
Of course.
Chris Bosh.
Bosh. Fucking Bosh. Who could forget Chris Bosh?
Kabosh. That's what they say when he scored. Kabosh.
Really?
Yeah. This is taking a while to get this stat up, but you know what,
So
we're waiting
I
for it.
I got distracted by the worst NBA players. So at the
alright.
bottom at the moment are the Magic.
That's in the East. What about in the West?
Hold on.
What's this?
Pelicans would be down there, I guess.
This East
The
versus West
Rockets.
thing? How do the conferences work?
Well, it
Pelicans
all
are 10th.
started with the Snoop Dogg and Tupac rivalry, or the Biggie Tupac, if you will,
Right.
and it stemmed from there.
So historic.
Yeah, of course. Basketball wasn't around before rap. You know that, don't you? You didn't know that?
No, I didn't
What
actually.
an idiot.
I didn't.
Well, it was, but it was all white people, so it sucked. And then literally like Bill Russell, like no shade on the man, he's still alive somehow. He won like 11 rings in the 60s playing against like the guy was a butcher during the day. You know what I mean? Like he's coming from work in his overalls and shit.
There was the first, I do know, like the first ever game of basketball, or the idea came about because some guy, I think he wanted something for his football team, American football team, to do during the winter.
Yeah.
So he literally hammered like a basket on the wall, and that was the birth of basketball. But can you imagine seeing that first game?
Dr. James Naismith?
Yeah. Imagine that very first game where he's explaining the rules. He's got these guys like, what the hell do we do with this? That would be a very fun game to watch.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The first dunk as well. That would be crazy. Because back then, there was like the average height was probably like 5 foot.
They were just
had like giants as well.
And they were just rip the basket off the fucking wall.
They just rip it off, yeah. And then like where do you do it? What if the tree's not that tall? You got like one time you're just playing like a little game. You know what I mean? Like
the lawless years of basketball.
I know. It'd be anarchy. You got one tree over there in the middle of nowhere. You got a tree over there somewhere. You got you're like, why is we're playing on? You can't even bounce the ball on grass as well. What are we doing here? And then somebody's like, let's bring it over to a wall. And then somebody's like, what's a wall? So they got to build walls. They got to figure that out. They've already had roofs and sticks before that. And then, because it was ages ago.
Really, such an iconic game.
Check when basketball was invented. Because this is thrilling stuff, this.
This really is. This is what I care about. I don't care about modern basketball.
No.
All right. Well, it was apparently... Oh, no, that's not right. We're 1891...
1891.
Jesus.
Ooh, baby.
College alumnus,
somebody was getting buckets
James
then, I'll tell you, for
Naismith
free. Oh my lord, were they getting buckets? That's sick, that is. Oh yeah, could it was the 75th anniversary of the NBA, but that's not when basketball was invented. That's just the NBA.
When they made the...
Yeah. But what's he looking for now?
No, I'm just distracted looking at the history.
Okay. Well, we are stoned as hell, so that's probably why it is. But the jury's out.
I don't normally do this.
So let's just get down to bloody brass tacks. How am I going to meet LeBron James? Because I need it more than ever.
Is this... Obviously, I've listened to every
almost 100 episodes deep. Right?
Yeah. I've listened to every episode, but I don't think Josh or Tony have. So explain to them what other methods have been used to meet LeBron James.
How stupid do you think Josh and Tony is? That's it. That just from the name of it, you really don't think that I want to meet LeBron James podcast.
What are some of the methods that have been suggested so far?
And everything from taking his son's face and doing a face-off transformation, like John Travolta. I don't know why I thought of that straight away, but so that's the most expensive one. And then there's all the other like weird stuff, kidnapping, like I said, but then they have cancer and all that and stuff like that. Rock up outside his house in a Taco truck and stuff like that.
Do you know where he lives?
You'd find out, wouldn't you? He knows a guy. And then just the weird, anything you can think of. Obviously, blackface comes up a lot, you know what I mean? So I've kind of vetoed that. Because I've already tried it. It didn't work out. So yeah, literally, the floor is yours. Jenna, I'm talking Josh, Tony, everybody. And we got Tony over there. I haven't spoke to him yet because
I got to the
in the middle of eating his dinner, or actually breakfast. Oh, you can eat up here, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we'll come in after that anyway. I'll just describe it to now. Till then, he's got a lot of tattoos on his legs. You wouldn't want to fuck with them, but then you look at his hair and you're like, I would fuck with NSYNC for sure. I would fuck with Justin Timberlake in the 90s. No, but he's a badass director as well. We done a show. What was it? No, what was it?
Cribb
Meth Kitchen Rules.
Oh, yeah.
And he's such a good director. He cut me out of it, thank God.
That was probably the best decision he made in his whole career. Let's just get rid of it.
I don't know why I called that, but I don't know why I said yes.
Hours there.
We both were like, well, we wasted a Sunday, didn't we? I was there it was an overnight shoot. Stayed there for about 24 hours.
Just to say one line and then
I demanded a trailer as well. Remember that?
Yeah.
When I was banging all those prostitutes in the trailer and that, like. But I refused to close the curtains as well. It was the dominance thing. I don't know what it was, but you were there. But you came in as well.
I was there. I was dressed as a Raoul.
That was it.
The most ethnically diverse chef that's allowed on Australian TV.
You didn't get any backlash from that, really?
No.
That seems mad.
It wasn't blackface though, so it was.
Yeah. You don't think any over the white people saw this?
And the joke was each line I would have a different accent, so you couldn't pinpoint what it was.
Oh, every time.
But we only ended up using one line of mine, so it was just a really bad Spanish impression.
And we actually had to cut so much of the skit, maybe like 60% of the skit, because Colin had written like this 10-minute thing that really we only needed to be 4 minutes. So we cut so much out.
Didn't understand what a trailer was.
that your accent, the accent gag got lost because we cut out like 3 of your different accents. So
it was just a really offensive Spanish accent, and I was called Raul.
Oh, because when you meant to change your accent every time,
every line was going to be a different accent.
That's crazy, and they just keep it like when you done the Asian or something.
Yeah,
like that.
just
You're
the worst one. Oh, jeez.
Asian and South Africa. You're like, this guy's just South African.
Out of context,
racist.
that's terrible.
So no bad ideas. Really, is what coming back to the point of meeting the king. There's no bad ideas here, guys.
I think maybe you're doing this podcast. You got almost 100 episodes. You're a bit too keen for it. Like, it feels like if he meets you, you almost might murder him. Like, that's how obsessed you are with him.
Yeah, you gotta play it cool.
Yeah, I think pivot and be like I don't really care. I could meet him. I could not meet him. Maybe like neg him a bit. Like, he's not the best. You know, he was better. There's other better players out there. And then make him want your approval. Then make him want to meet you.
Yeah. You're sounding like Jordan Peterson at the
Well, maybe if you just clean your bedroom, maybe he'll come over and visit.
Oh, would he really?
Maybe clean your bedroom.
Okay.
Be like a lobster and clean your bedroom.
I'm not trying to meet a 7-year-old boy. I don't know what you're on to clean my bedroom. Having a sleepover. I would have a sleepover with LeBron. But I mean, I don't know.
It's not Michael. Oh no, you can't say that.
Have you? All right. Outside of all these, have you actually reached out to his management?
Well, I've called up his agency and that, tried to book him and that.
And what happened?
I mean, well, they couldn't understand what I was saying on the phone, so then I got Ruben to call up, and they were like, and then it was expensive as fuck. They were not going for like, well, we don't even, you know what I mean? It's like a make a wish. That's how he was trying to sell it or whatever kind of thing. And they were still like no and shit. So.
Damn.
I know.
You tried sliding into his DMs?
Of course, all the time.
Catfishing.
All the time. Like, let's say my cousin was like the other day, he's like, has he ever seen it? And I was like, what I'd do for a scene? I would go crazy for a scene. Not even like a reply, just a scene. I'd lose my mind. If you swipe through, it's just all blue boxes. All me. Good game. Yo, you should have done this. You watched the Liverpool game. What?
What have you sent him? Like, what have you?
I mean, I send him like memes. I tag him in all the podcasts and shit. I'm like,
this isn't even his. This is just some
when
LeBron
I'm stoned
fan
and just going. It's King James on there. At King James, obviously 69. No, he got the King James.
King James.
69.
He let him have it. He isn't verified though, which is nuts.
Hey mate, I'm messaging him now. Hey mate,
oh nice.
If you want your career to really kick off.
Sounds like a threat. Good.
To really kick off, hit me up. And then I'll do a winky face.
What's that's very vague, that.
Exactly.
Oh, you reckon that's good?
Yeah, because he's like, what is this guy even on about?
And then you're going to message him and say, hey, my friend Kyle Legacy doesn't want to meet you. That's what you say. And then I start dating him and I'm like negging him. Is that what you're saying? Like,
yeah, basically. That's the best way.
You're really going to finish all that food?
That's the best way to meet him.
Fat.
All right, I'll let you know.
Shave his head. What do you mean?
I'll let you know if he responds.
Okay.
What if we end up hitting it off?
Make sure you remain in a place with signal. If you can follow him at least. You know,
follow him. No, I'm not.
Then there's more chance of him seeing it.
No, I'm not that desperate to meet him.
Is this work for you with anybody?
No, God, no.
No, God, no.
Especially not one of the biggest athletes in the world.
Okay, but I mean, well, all right then. Like I said, there was no bad ideas, and I regret that now. Who would you want to meet with this work for?
Oh, who would I want to meet? I don't know. Maybe my dad.
Nice to meet you, son. Oh, yeah. It was here. I gave birth to all the Nickelback.
You think Nickelback's just a band of brothers?
No, he looks like you, I'm saying. The lead singer, I don't know his name.
Chad Kroeger.
Is it?
He's my hero.
Of course.
I want to meet him.
Don't you reckon?
You want to meet him?
Yeah.
He would respond to a DM straight away. He's like, anything for my career.
What if I message him like, hey, do you know LeBron James?
I'm circling back to you. Message you. Josh, what have we got?
That Chad Kroeger looks like the paddle pop line. Have you ever noticed that?
The what?
He really does, doesn't he?
He looks exactly like the paddle pop line.
Oh, what?
He was also married to Avril Lavigne for 2 years.
What is this before the Sum 41 guy?
I think it was after.
After? All right, boys. What do we reckon? Tony, you got any connects in the like director world, or like you ever bought Zannies off LeBron before or anything like that? No.
I do have a few black friends.
You got a few black friends?
Yeah.
It's a start. Fucking Casper over here. Take the hood off, for God's sake. It's sensitive.
So, yeah, we can put the word out.
Put the word out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start on the street level and work away up, I reckon, all the way to LA.
Grassroots movement.
Do you reckon there's a direct link between like the Perth gangs and the Crips and Bloods in LA?
I'm sure you could draw a straight line between them, yeah.
Yeah. What's some of the
100%.
similarities, you reckon?
You know what? They both love the streets.
They both love the streets.
They both do it for the streets.
Well, Perth loves one street because there's only fucking one of them. So that's it.
And we do it for that street.
Yeah.
We do it for that street.
They're just repping that from that subway on Murray Street or whatever.
Money Street?
Money
You know Money Street, baby.
Street.
All the way down to Money Street.
For the people, anyone else in Perth, there's actually a LeBron James memorial.
Is he dead? Is he dead? If you want to
the
meet him,
word
maybe we
for
should
it?
hold a fucking
What's
sale.
the word for it? If he died, that would kill me, honestly. Like when Kobe died, I had more messages than when my nan died or whatever. Like, she was like, are you alright? I was like, yeah, I didn't fucking...
I don't want to meet him.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, what were you saying?
About how LeBron's dead.
A mural.
A mural.
You have a LeBron James mural next to T.I. and something else.
You'll
I'm
fiddle in
flicking that,
and
yeah,
then it's
sorry.
going in.
Yeah, I was trying to get it back on, but I'll just leave it. I don't think you need it. You holding yours? You can extend it.
No, I like doing this. I like balancing it on my belly.
Yeah. Any other ideas, Tony? That we can spread the word, maybe?
I'd say you'd want to go over to LA.
Well, yeah. First reasonable idea.
Has no one suggested that yet? Go to where he is.
No. I've said it the last few times on the pod. I'm going for a wedding, and shout out to Christos Kiadjis.
Do you reckon LeBron will be there?
Yeah, he's the minister, the father.
Sounds like it's
Yeah.
already set up, buddy.
And so I'm going. That's in Connecticut. Then I'm going to LA for like the first few games of the season. So I'm thinking like, got a big sign or whatever and shit like that. Like with holding up, I want to meet you. Maybe I've got a bunch of friends. We're all dressed as something, so we get on the jumbotron or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
like
do?
Butt ass naked or whatever. Like a bunch of kids.
I believe you're working hard enough that you will get to meet him one day.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when you meet him? Say you have a couple minutes with him.
Easy.
What?
Well, we're both Liverpool fans. You think I'm gonna just go in there hard with like basketball, all this sort of stuff? You know what I mean? Like, he'll come in, hear my accent. I'm a Scouser. I'll ask him, "Oh, you watched the game last night?" He'll be like, "You Lakers?" I'll be like, "Nah, you guys are trash." To be honest, now like LeBron's kind of but they're shit. And then Liverpool, because he owns some of Liverpool and stuff like that. He's always watching the games and tweeting about it. So I reckon that's the connection right there. We're both just talking about our football team.
So hold on, you said you suggested blackface. Has anyone suggested?
I didn't suggest it. Somebody suggested it to me.
Has anyone suggested?
Get that on the record, Tony.
Brown face, and you disguise yourself as Mo Salah.
Mo Salah, you know that's the Egyptian king. He doesn't know his kings.
No, I don't know any
thinking
kings.
about
I don't know
fucking
any
Henry
kings.
and
Yeah.
Arthur. You're living in the past, man.
I've never even seen a basketball.
You loser.
He's the best striker in the whole world right now.
You're damn right. And he's fucking taking his time, not signing though, isn't he? What's
But
going on there? That's doing me
he's
head in
got
a bit.
curly hair as well.
Yeah, and he looks kind of like mine's more of a Curtis Jonesy than a Mo Salah. You know what I mean? But all right, so
I see it.
that's fake tan, then, isn't it? That's all that is.
And that's not
Is
offensive.
that brown face? No.
That's just looking
Would I have
after
to do the
yourself.
whole brown body or just the face?
Well, yeah.
If
have
you're
to
going to
go
wear
all
a
the
jersey,
way.
you have to do the arms.
Yeah, you could go skins.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
go skins underneath. That's what footballers wear.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, like so I'm rocking up, ready. I've got boots on, clanking all over the wooden floor.
Put me in,
Lakers game.
coach.
Like,
Put
yeah,
me
like
in.
what the fuck?
Just dressed in full Liverpool.
Yeah. I'm just rubbing mud on me. I got grass on me. Just came from the game.
Mo Salah doesn't have a Scouse accent, so
Most. Okay. So now
have to work on Arabic
we're doubling
accent.
down on that.
And this is offensive character.
Yeah, exactly. Salah alaikum. Mohammed Salah. Is it doing it for you or not?
I'm
Hey, no bacon for me, big fella. Remember? But big old Muslim, big time Muslim. Boom. Well, don't say that.
It's uncanny.
Mo Salah running down the wing. We got Nottingham Forest tonight as well.
I don't know what any of
Go
those
live
words
for
are.
it in my bed.
I don't know what-
commentator.
I don't understand
It's
half
a
the words that
team
you say.
within the FA Cup, doesn't matter. But yeah, so I gotta work on me. Well, I guess I could talk. Well, I can't talk to him in Egyptian. Egyptian would be better. Or I could just fake Egyptian, couldn't I? Just go in there and be like, triangle, eagle, hieroglyphics.
Guy going like this.
Yeah. This guy I'm talking about. And then I just keep doing Mo Salah celebration. Just skitting around. Just kiss the grass. That'd be crazy. All right. So I'm going to Mo Salah. I'm going there. I'm negging him. I'm
Yeah.
Mo Salah, but I'm like, who are you? Or something
Yeah.
like that.
There's
I'm
only
Mo
one
Salah.
king
I'm the
around
Egyptian
here.
king.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's only one king around here, buddy.
Yeah. And then that's it. Yeah, for sure. And I behead him like that.
It's the only way.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you become LeBron James.
Yeah. And I said behead him because of a king beheaded, not because ISIS are tied into. I'm not going to hear that. You know what I'm
Disclaimer.
talking about? Doesn't matter. I shouldn't have mentioned it, but just for anyone trying to hear that and thought, what's going on
I
there?
just wanted to know that I'm beheading him for the right reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be giving him head. It's totally different. But yeah, so we're there. We're negging. Let's go, Josh. Bring us home.
Wait, what? I thought I was watching something.
You were watching
You're meant to be on this podcast. He wouldn't even sit here. What is that? He's literally been pulling out halfway through joints today and then tapping back in. He just takes like that. He sits at the third quarter and then he'll come back. Oh, maybe I'll have it.
Put me back in, coach.
Literally, just summon in and out.
Get some
What
shadow
was the
boxing in the
what was
corner.
the question?
So funny. What was the question? It's the name of the podcast.
Oh yeah. So
How do I be LeBron James? But you can piggyback off this idea of me being Mo Salah, brown face
negging.
body, negging him, stuff like that. I'm the real king. But if you've got your own idea, I'm more than happy to go with that one.
my brain's gone blank. Come back to me in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes, all right. I'll give you 50 seconds.
It's been 5 minutes, Josh.
Yeah, exactly.
He's so high like
Exactly.
that.
I know, he wouldn't even know. And we're back. And he's like, what the hell? I lost 5 minutes of my life.
Okay, what if you were to take over? Like, what does LeBron really like? Like, what does he really like?
Basketball, wine,
Except for, like,
his
basketball.
family, tacos, Liverpool,
Well, what if you studied for God knows how many years to make the most perfect taco?
rap.
He likes rap.
He does, but he's always playing it and singing it and shit on the stories and that in the gym.
Become a hip hop superstar.
Yeah.
Why don't you work to become the best taco maker ever in the world? So everyone, if he loves tacos, is going to want to go get the best taco ever,
Yeah,
isn't he? That's just like if you love something, you want to go get the best of it. So
that's true.
I think you should just become a taco wielder.
I've got a problem with that, but only because
I wouldn't buy a taco of someone from Liverpool.
I was going to say, I don't think tacos. You wouldn't think Liverpool, do you? You think Mexico or something. You're like, oh, is it in? Oh, it's in Cancun. Is it? Oh, no. It's in Mexico City. No. It's in Garston, Liverpool, specifically, right next to the bus shelter.
Why don't you embrace your Liverpool heritage and
For
do
once in your
something
life.
Liverpudlians are famous for? Steal his car.
This piece of shit. Just chucking in a roast in there. I hope you choke on whatever the fuck that is. That goddamn bubble tea or something like that. Eating fucking food on my goddamn set in Josh's house. No, but I can't drive. Actually, to answer your question, that was the main reason. I'm a terrible driver, so I'd steal it and then I just crash it straight into. It's just, I don't know.
It would definitely get his attention.
Like oh yeah, for sure. Oh, it definitely would. But then I feel like he wouldn't even notice. To be honest, like he wouldn't even notice. Tony's got about how many cars? He'd have 20 in each house or whatever. He wouldn't even notice. I'd have to like steal a car with like one of his kids in it. But I mean, now we're talking kidnapping, aren't we, Tony? So what's your angle?
You just have to keep on God stealing all his cars.
Exactly.
Until he's got none left. He's just like, oh, God damn it. No, I have to report this.
That's so good.
Scouse again.
Oh yeah, that's. I've just got so many cars. I just keep driving them into the same river. There's just a pile of like 30 cars.
Really nice cars.
Yeah. Let's see right outside. I'm driving into his pool, just straight in there. I'm just like, I don't even want the car. I want you.
It's always been you.
It's always been you, LeBron. And then I'm it's raining. I'm shirtless.
How romantic.
I run to him. Dirty dancing. He dunks me onto his dick. And then
He would impale you, Jesus.
Yeah,
okay,
fucking wreck you.
That's a nice visionary for the listeners back home.
Kyle, I'm sure they've thought about
We
it.
got t-shirts coming out soon with him.
Of Kyle getting impaled.
Yeah. We got one for kids. I'm just blowing him in the kids one. That's pretty
If
PC.
you-
That's sound.
What if he buys one?
Yeah, if you do start making merch and using his likeness, that might get his attention.
Yeah.
Selling shirts with his face on it.
But well, I mean, I feel like that would be the opposite because he's staying with Nike in it. So I'm like, am I not taking money out of him?
I think he has enough.
Yeah, for sure.
How many shirts do you reckon you are going to sell? Enough to make a dent in his income?
Extra.
Shut up, that is
Gay long.
Do you have any extra gay logs?
Yeah, exactly. You got this spare fabric. What's that? It's a curtain. I'll take it. Put a pocket on it. One of those long curtains. And then we got an extra medium over there. We got 2 larges for me and Tony. I'm in my units. Whatever. Just for the listeners back home. It's on video as well, but I'm very far away. The muscles look smaller. That's what it is. And I'm fucking sat next to the BFG. So
Big fucking job.
the big fucking gynecologist. How's that job working out for you?
The big fucking gynecologist.
How long have we been recording for? We wrapping this up or what?
You're up to 35 minutes.
35 minutes. Oh my! We've never went this far before that.
Really?
No, but these are I'm gonna be a taco maker. Mo Salah, that's easy. I'll go tomorrow. I'll get some fake tan. I'll just mix 2 dark shades together, and then I'll FaceTime Emo. And if he starts talking African, then he thinks I'm his mum, then we're in. He's got the same haircut as me.
Got him.
And I'm like, boom, easy. No, actually, that's too dark. Then I'll FaceTime Ruben. And then if he starts singing Swahili or whatever. Kiwi, sorry, that's where he's from.
Afrikaans as well.
Afrikaans. Oh, yeah, he goes a bit Afrikaans. And then, he knows, he doesn't know Indian, but he knows how to do the Indian accent, so... Isn't that the same thing? I don't know.
It's basically the same.
I don't know what it is.
He could get by.
On American movies, it's pretty much basically the same thing. They're in India, but they're not talking. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it.
Trying to get political in here.
I've got a big Indian following. That's all it is, actually. So. I promote mainly to India. So here's a message from our sponsor. Rice. I don't know what's Madras curry. I sponsor Madras curry every week. It's hot. So thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We could have ended this. We should have ended it a while ago.
I know your dream's to meet LeBron, but my dream was to be on this podcast.
Dreams do come true then, innit? Yeah, you're welcome. Josh, thanks for kind of doing tech.
Thanks for looking at pictures of Chad Crow before us.
Yeah, that's sick. Appreciate that. And Tony, thanks for being with us on your lunch break. That's sick. I'm off to get fake tan and learn.
And you can catch me next week hosting the podcast.
See ya, catch you.
Episode 100 up.
I'm Carl Legacy. Never look long. Goodbye.